Word. Good afternoon, good morning, good late afternoon, wherever you are around the country and wherever you are around the world. Big welcome to In the Know with Peter No. My name is Peter No, and every Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we have this private gym time here with myself as this community is constantly growing. We just want to make sure that you are supported, that you understand more about this industry, about our company, and you get to meet our community every single day. So that's why I call it In the Know, because this is the perfect place for you to invite what we call your workout buddies, your bodybuilders, your brand partners, anytime, and all our lines here, as you can see, we're all working together as one here. So within this 1 hour, I usually do very off-topic trainings. Okay, everybody, what does off-topic means? Anything that you want to learn about the compensation plan, our 333, peak, pre-qualify, and packages. Those are our hardcore trainings, okay? Marcy and I and all the leaders, we constantly train on that every single day, every single week. When I say off topic means I talk about things that you might need to know, that about the industry that you'll never get to hear, okay? Like mindset, like deeper compensation questions, like deeper product questions, like building questions, industry questions, okay? And this week, because last week, everybody who is enjoying our new logo, our new team name, we evolved, okay, everybody? We have evolved. We're moving to the next chapter of our organization. As everybody knows, Marcy and I have been here for over 3.5 years. We have built this entire organization, this entire system of how to build your business for the last 3.5 years to now over 45,000 members, okay? 45,000 members. If you're brand new here with us, you are just 45,000.001 now, okay? So Steve and Susie and Penny, you're just adding on to those numbers with us. So the reason why we're so proud and excited is because in the last 3.5 years, everybody, I'm just gonna story tell today. Today's a little bit of a storytelling training today, okay? We have never mentioned about money in our whole community. We have never talked about compensation plans in any of our testimonial podcasts. We have never been a hoorah-rah team, meaning that we don't hype up any numbers. We don't hype up any ranks. We don't even talk the network marketing MLM lingo. Who appreciates that here today? Can we build and can we prove to this industry that we can build and be one of the largest teams in Lifewave without having that language or lingo or that behavior? Why am I saying this today to everyone here? Why is that my passion? Because a few weeks ago, or maybe last week, I think Diane or somebody asked me, I don't know, it was Diane or somebody asked me, what keeps you going, Peter? Why are you doing this business? And why you still keep on going so strong? Because my purpose, everybody, my purpose, okay, is to teach this industry to the average person. Let me repeat that again. I want to teach this industry to the average person without being programmed, manipulated, convinced, coerced. Get it? I don't want you to have the worst habits coming into an industry, especially if, like, let's say Steve and Susie, or Penny, or Barb, or Maria, or Terry, if you're all brand new here, and if you're learning the wrong ways of how to come into this industry, number one, you will never succeed because you're never learning skills. Number two, you will never succeed because you're never learning the right behavior of what to do. Okay, and I'm going to talk about that. Number three, I don't ever want you, and the reason why this industry has such a bad reputation, a stereotype, it's not because we have bad people joining. Does that make sense, everyone? We are good people. People join this industry because they want to get their health back if they're joining a health company, but they also want to be able to help people with the skills and value that they bring to the community. The only problem is, just like there are bad restaurants, just like there are bad nail salons, just like there's bad mechanic shops, there are also bad companies that enable leaders to do certain things that will create bad habits. Does that make sense, everybody? So as we built this organization now, in the last 3.5 years, this organization never had a name. Let me repeat that again. We had a system. The B activating system is just called, it was just called a system, but it wasn't officially a team name. So moving forward today, it took us months to get to the name Evolve. Evolve, okay? It took us months. If you look at the word evolve, in the middle, the first 4 letters says EVOL. If you spell that backwards, what does that say? Love. Love, okay? Love. Don't you want to love? Don't you want to evolve to love? Don't you want to love your fellow humans? Don't you want to love your health? Don't you want to evolve your health? Who here wants to evolve their lifestyle? So Debbie, if you're going out to the supermarket, even before you ask and talk to someone, right? What have you heard about stem cells? If somebody asks you, what do you do? Oh, I belong to a community that loves to help people with health. Oh, really? What is that all about? Hey, what do you know about stem cells? Right? Hey, Anne, can I evolve your health today? Hey, Penny, can I evolve your business today? Hey, Lizzie, can I evolve your stem cells today, right? Do you see how this is gonna keep on flowing and flowing and flowing? Because we're using language now. We're using what we call messaging, okay? We're teaching people how to message without hyping. What does hyping mean? Hey, join me. You're gonna make a lot of money here. Hey, join me. You're gonna make $50,000 a month and you're gonna retire and then you're gonna buy a boat and then you're gonna buy a yacht and then you're gonna buy a mansion. Who here has ever been recruited through hype? And what happens when you don't get that mansion, when you don't get that boat, when you don't get that car? Who's responsible for that letdown? You are. If you're saying that stuff, you're responsible for that stuff. And that's why most people, when you do that, and that's why I feel like if I'm bringing you on and I'm teaching you that, and I burn through your database. So everybody, what is the number one thing in this business that you have to protect? Your database, your network. Does that make sense? You can only get one chance to ask a girl out the right way. If you don't do it the right way, she's gonna say no, right? You only get one chance to talk to your friends and family and introduce it to the right way without letting them feel like they've been convinced, coerced, hyped up to join something. Does that make sense, everybody? I hope you really resonate with this, okay? Because as we're moving forward, we're evolving our teams, we're evolving our organizations. This is not just about Lifewave. This is about making a difference to the industries. Who here is ready to change the industry? Good, because guess what? We have a Carol McDonald. We have a Lizzie Berkey. Okay, we have Maria. We have tons of average people, normal people that have never maybe succeeded 100% in the industry, but guess what? They are succeeding here today. Did they have to hype up everybody? No. What did they have to do? Learn a couple of skills, learn how to build a community together, plug in online, and just love on people. And because they're doing it the proper way, are they getting rewarded for their energy, time, and effort? Yes, they are. Okay. It is the same process, but what I want each one of you to know, are we building this business for the long term or just the short term? Long term, long term. Okay. So when I hear the word term golden ticket, when I hear this is your last shot, that is not the right way to term things. Okay. This is not a golden ticket. This is your lifetime change. This is not your one-hit wonder. Because if you keep on saying golden ticket, that means people think that you're just going to cash out. You're not here to cash out anything. You're here to build a long-term, long residual income, and that is all based on relationships for the long term. You got to care for your people. You got to value people. You got to value yourself. So what we want to teach you here now, okay, is how to evolve yourself. If you're brand new here in the industry and have never ever been with an MLM company before, just think of it as you got lucky, you found love at first sight. This is love at first sight. Many of us have never had love at first sight. We had to go through many relationships to find Lifewave, okay? And some of us, Monica is like, yes, that's me, right? I see you, okay? So many of us had to date a lot of companies to find and marry Lifewave. But once we found Lifewave, okay, I want to make sure that this is your last run. This is your last husband and wife. This is your last marriage. We don't like divorces, okay? We don't like separations. But when you bring on your family, when you bring on your friends, when you bring on your business partners, I want you to be so proud that this is the most organic community. I want you to be so proud that there is absolutely no lying, cheating, stealing in this community. Does that make sense? Everything has to be communicated. Everything has to be evolved with love here. So if there's any challenges, if there's anything that this team goes through, always talk about it with your partners and move up. And again, I train on things that sometimes people don't talk about. Remember, I'm gonna hit you where the heart hit you. I want to hit you, okay? I want you to hear these things from me because I am your coach. What is a coach's job to do? The coach's job is to grow you And the coach's job is to protect you. Let me repeat that again. A coach's job is to grow you. So if I was your coach, if I was your spotter in the gym, I want to make sure I'm going to grow your muscles with the right tools at the right time. I'm also going to protect your body by not shooting steroids in you correctly, right? I'm going to protect your body by understanding what you're going through, what tools, equipment you need to do, and make sure that I don't overwork you. I'm going to protect your body by making sure you're eating the right supplements or you're taking the right things in your body. I'm going to protect your body by giving you structure in your lifetime so you don't burn yourself out, so you can balance your life. And in a few minutes, I'm going to ask everyone, how are you seeing you're evolving yourself? How have you seen that you've grown into this lifestyle? And I'm probably going to ask Lizzie to share first, okay? I've met Lizzie a few years ago. It was during my darkest times, everybody. My darkest times, okay, where I met Lizzie. And I think Lizzie can share from there. She's been my spiritual healer, okay, along with Godfrey. But when we knew each other, again, it was a journey. But when Lizzie found out what we did in Patches, her and Godfrey really wanted to know what this is. And I want her to kind of take a few minutes and share, who has she been, Lizzie, before Lifewave? And what did you have to do, Lizzie? And how has Lifewave really changed you and Godfrey's life? Because it has just changed so dramatically. So Lizzie, how have you both evolved being here with us?
Hi, Peter. Thank you for having me on this call, and I appreciate everything that you do for the group. It truly is beautiful. And I so appreciate our friendship.
Me too.
2.5 years ago, I was at Peter's house, and he hands me this little patch and said, "What do you think about this, Lizzie? I want you just to feel it," because he knew I was an energy worker. He knew I could sense and feel energy. And I put that little patch between my fingers, and I felt this energy just shoot down through my legs. And I went, "Whoa, Peter, what is this thing?" I'll never forget that. What is this thing? And then he proceeded to tell me what this was about, and it was wearable light technology. And Godfrey and I just said, "Oh, well, we're in." We are so in. And so to fast forward 2.5 years later, I mean, I have been in and out of network marketing for over 25 years. I've never made more than $50 in a month in any kind of network marketing company. And so when Peter sat down and explained how this company's compensation plan work, I went, "Wow, this is really amazing." And I want in. And we bought a silver that and 2 weeks later we bought a diamond, and we were off and running. And it's, we patch all of our clients, before we do any kind of body work on them, because it just makes everything work and flow and release so much faster. And we start, like I said, we had our biggest week ever last week, Peter. Our biggest week, almost $2,300 last week.
Everyone, I want to time out. Lizzie has never made more than $50 being in all her companies before. And how long have you been here with us now, Lizzie? Is it 2 years?
2.5 years.
2.5 years later, just by being with us, she had her biggest week, 1 week of $2,300.
And that was all residual. That wasn't any signups or anything. That was all just pure cycling.
Cycling, everybody, cycling. Now, Lizzie, can you take our viewers, like, really, I don't know how deep you can go, but How deep were you and Godfrey? I mean, Lizzie lives in Kansas. Do you know how much the cost of living in Kansas is, everybody?
It's nothing compared. When we were living in California, it was like we were paying 3 times more than what we're paying here now. So to be making that kind of residual income here now is incredible, because I mean, to be having to pay for rent in California, it's it's a totally different ballgame, because like we pay $800 a month for a 1,300 square foot house.
So Lizzie,
So
I mean,
I mean, does that give you
before,
any kind of comparison of what you would be paying versus what we would have been paying in LA to
so
have that?
I want people to really understand. I want this community now. I want you to really listen to Lizzie's story, because how many other families are in Lizzie's shoes? Because before this, Lizzie, how many massages did you have to do and wait for to make sure that you covered your nut? When we say cover your nut, that's your mortgage, your food, your rent, right? Your gas, your insurance. Everybody, do you understand? We're going to go deep in understanding what this compensation really does, because when you do organic things, everyone, when you have a system that can help families earn a living, I want all of us to understand the life, the flow of that. Now, Lizzie, when you
We had to
started,
do a minimum of 25 massages a month just to cover our nut. That wasn't even any money for food or any extracurricular. That's just bills. So
correct.
yeah, so that was, it was like, this to me is just an amazing thing. It's always been my dream to have residual income, because it provides you with the freedom and to be able to live your life the way you want to live your life.
Now, Lizzie, in 2.5 years, did you have to work harder ever than you've ever done before?
No,
No.
I mean, the system that you have created is very doable. And that's the nice thing about it, is it's not burning you out. I mean, because I knew I was in it for the long haul, and I was going to do what I was comfortable with and keep building. And so it really made me look at who I wanted to bring in as my workout buddies, my business partners, to build a network and what we could do together.
Now, I know you're in the spiritual world, Lizzie, and you're all about mindset and clearing energy and space to attract, correct? How can you tell our viewers how important is it for you to make sure? That's why, what do we do? That's why we teach you messaging, everyone. We teach you the 333 PPP, because we want you to focus, and we always want you to find people that are like you or better than you. Because what you need to do is, once you can focus in that lane, you can clear things or clear energies away that don't need to be in your life, right, Lizzie?
I look for people who are better than me, because there are much better networkers than me out there. And I look at how can I clearly explain this compensation plan and what is truly possible with this. And that's what, when I'm looking, to have a business builder, that's what want to really explain, the compensation plan. Because when people can understand how amazing this compensation plan is, that your points don't flush at the end of the month, that in and of itself is the most incredible thing. And so it really is like no other compensation plan I have ever seen. And to be able to really witness it in motion, and it's like you're on a roller coaster, you're riding that old wood coaster, and you're just going up, and then all of a sudden you hit that place and it just goes whee, and you're off and running. And that's what you have to really realize, that you're in this for the long haul, and how you are influencing so many people's lives, because this little patch, this little wearable light technology, that's why I don't like to call it a patch, it's wearable light technology, is working on so many levels. Their physical body, their mental body, their emotional body, and their etheric body. That's why you see so much change with this little patch. It's not just going in and fixing one little spot. This is deep in what this technology can really do to help someone restore balance in their body once again.
Thank you for that, Lizzie. And again, everyone, evaluate where you are today. Are you having challenges, or are you having challenges in your business? Raise your hand. Okay. Ask yourself, like Lizzie, I'm going to role play with you to help people through here today. Okay.
All right.
If you're having challenges in your business today, what is in your mind? What are you focused on every day? And are you understanding the energies or what you're bringing into your brain? Are you understanding that? And Lizzie will talk about that, because when I had my challenges, even though I was successful at a moment, but to me, it was only my success at that level at that time. But I had so much going on. Remember, Lizzie, 5 years ago, I had so much going on in my mind, my energy, my brain. I had so much energy latched onto me. I was so distracted, and I had to keep on breaking through that. How many people can relate to that? Okay, good. That could be one of the reasons that could be holding you back from not attracting the right people to you. Right, Lizzie?
Yeah, I mean, I can attest to, after my thing that I did this weekend with the women's fair, how heavy that phone got to pick up and make those phone calls. And I had to sit down and work through where my walls were, where my limitations were, where were these fears coming from? You know, even now it's just like, and I've talked to people for 2.5 years about this. And so this is always constantly making you stretch, making you grow, taking you to another level in ways you never ever dreamed possible. I love the analogies you said, that this is a personal development program with a compensation plan attached to it.
And you constantly have to evolve so you can clear. Does that make sense, everyone? You got to clear your energy for new energy to come in. And if you are not liking the results, or if you're not in the space where you don't feel like you're growing, then take a look, take a deep breath and look at what is going on in your environment. And this is kind of like very off topic, right, Lizzie? Like recruiting style. But again, sometimes I ask myself that question too. I go, why is that one person so lucky, and whatever they touch, whoever they talk to, they join? And why is that person has way more skills, has way more network, and knows way more people, but that person cannot grow? Why is that, Lizzie?
Thoughts, because your thought tied into with emotion creates your reality. So those three things. So let's stop for a minute. I have a thought about myself or about a particular thing, and then I put an emotion to it, and then I've created that reality for myself, because then what is being reflected back to you is going to go, well, see what you think, here it is to validate what you're thinking. And so you have to remember that you want to create, and from the space of you lack for nothing. And that is really a hard one to get through, because we've always looked to solve problems, and it's the wrong structure in which to create from. When you feel you have a lack in your life, it's never going to work for you. You have to stand in your gratitude and go, oh, I love this. I want more of this in my life.
Awesome. I love that. Now,
and it's right structure, you know, creating that right structure to work from. And those are tough things to get through, because we sabotage ourselves all the time with every thought that we have in our minds, every little thing that flashes through. And you have to really start to pay attention to what you are thinking about and what is dancing through your head,
Now, Lizzie, let's talk about the word boundaries. What does boundaries mean to you, Lizzie? What is a boundary?
Well, a boundary to me is healthy, because you're setting what is best for you. If you're just constantly giving and giving and giving, you're going to get resentful, because you haven't set your boundary of what your day is like and what is best for you. Because this is a mutual relationship and you are contributing to people's lives. See, I don't look at myself as being in service to anything. This is old mindset. I am a contributor to life. And so it is a totally different experience. You just feel where that resonates in your body when it's like, I am contributing. And so that makes it totally different than in service to. That's just, I'm on bended knee. And do you feel the heaviness of being in service to something? I mean, how many times have we spent in service to and we were bent over? And no, I am a contributor. I have contributions to make to life, to everyone's lives.
How many people just resonated with the word, I am a contributor? Okay, that's the first time I heard that. And Cindy's going crazy on that. I love it. Now, let's talk about this word. And I'm gonna, everybody that has their hands up, I'll call on you, okay, very soon. So, what does the word enabling do? Enabling, everybody. Enabling.
Yeah, that's not a good one. You don't want to enable people. You want people contributing. Not vampire.
I'm calling everything out today, okay, Pat? So don't get mad at me. I love you, okay? So, but let's talk about this right now.
To me, an enabler is a vampire.
Okay. But Pat's not a vampire, okay? But sometimes you can enable. When you enable, you could be doing too much for others.
We're teaching people how to walk.
Correct. If you enable others because you love them, but that could be something in your behavior that needs to be detached. Does that make sense, everyone? You got to grow out of that, because sometimes when you enable someone too much, what if they don't grow because of you?
And you have to look at what the payoff is that you're getting by enabling them. There's something deep within you that's getting a payout by that enabling. And instead of seeing yourself as whole and complete.
Exactly. Did everybody hear that from Liz? Now, what if, and this is now on the business side, what if you're making money, everyone? But what if you enable, you give away your money, you pay for too many things, and then all of a sudden all your profits are not there anymore because you enabled it away. And then you feel like you've never made money, even though you did make money, but you gave it away. Does that make sense? And Pat, thank you for being transparent. Thank you for taking responsibility for that. But you are not the only one. I was an enabler. Okay?
We've all been enablers. How do we learn and grow from it?
And this topic, today's in the know today, I am talking about evolving. I want to evolve you by talking about these words that can possibly hold you back from evolving. Does that make sense? So, do you have boundaries, or will you learn boundaries? Yes. Boundaries will protect your energy. The moment you protect your energy, you can clear your mind to attract the right person then to come, and you can give them 100% of the right energy instead of giving that person only 10% because you scattered 90% to the wrong people. How many people relate with that? Are you there right now? Are you guilty of that? I have been guilty a lot of that, okay? Now, are you enabling too many people in your circle right now? Then means that now, because you may be comfortable or you may be thinking that they might need help, but if you're enabling them the wrong way by giving them too much without them earning it or wanting to learning it, would that cause your growth to stop also? And then because you're giving that person time, now again, you're not giving the right person your 100%, but you're only giving everybody 10%, while all the enablers are taking 90% of your time. How many are guilty of that also? Okay, great. I'm so happy we're all communicating, okay? This is a very special call because we're starting off our May. This whole month, every week, I am going to call out everything for you to just watch these videos and clear yourself, okay? Yeah, Monica, just let it go, okay? Because every person now that comes into your life that needs you, that God sent them to you, you need to be that conscious person for that person. You need to be the most powerful person with giving that person all the energy and time because they want what you want. And now you're giving it to them because you've saved it for them. Does that make sense? Sometimes we don't talk about this. Sometimes other teams I've seen in Lifewave, I've seen in other companies, especially big leaders, they just say, go talk to everyone, go do this, go hype this, promise this, do this. If you keep on doing that, number one, you don't have boundaries. Number two, you're enabling. Number three, you don't have the right behavior. And if you want to duplicate that, how many times in your life can you start over a business? You can't. How many times can you burn through a database that you worked years and years and years to develop that relationship and you just blew it because you're so hyped up because you got excited about something, but it wasn't grounded excitement. It was just hype excitement. I've been guilty of this. And that's why I took many years and I had to change that philosophy in my mindset a little bit over 5-6 years ago. I had to turn around my life and I asked my own questions. Peter, you're so smart. I'm not that smart, but I hang around with smart people, okay? But I know a lot of people. I'm very networked. I have enough experience in this industry, but why was Peter having a hard time growing to the next level? I had to ask all those questions myself, exactly what I'm asking you today, okay? And then I had to go in deep, and then I had to ask for help, and then I had to start healing, and then I started finding out, Peter, you don't have boundaries. Peter, you've enabled everyone in your circle. Peter, you have way wrong behaviors. You're just doing the wrong things. You have the right intention. So let me repeat this again, everybody. Each one of you, we have the right intention, okay? But having the right intention, but doing the wrong behavior could lead to the wrong outcome. Does that make sense? We're all good people. The only thing that I don't like if you have the wrong intention. Does that make sense, everyone? Wrong intention is wrong. That means you're there to hurt people. What is hurting people in the industry here look like? Doing something that you're telling other people to do that you're not doing yourself. That is the number one hurting here. That is not being honest. That is not being truthful. And that is just doing it for the money and for the rank. That's the only thing I can think of. Does that make sense? And I know each one of us, all 99 of us here on this call, is definitely not those people, okay? Now, do we now, okay, wow, we only have 15 minutes left. So what I wanna do is I wanna start answering questions. Monica, you have your hands up. Do you have a question or anything you'd like to add?
Yes, thank you, Peter, and thank you, Lizzie. I'm an energy healer too, so I feel your energy. I just wanted to share something. I was recently this weekend on the, I think they called it Most Powerful Women in Network Marketing with Marina Worre, Eric Worre's,
Yeah.
and Lisa Nickel. They were both co-hosts, and Lisa shared a story which was very powerful. And she was on the swim team when she was younger, and she lost every race, the whole 13 races. And she kept saying, I just don't want to lose. I just don't want to lose. Every time she was swimming, I just don't want to lose. On her last race, she was going to quit, and her grandma wouldn't let her. And her grandma said, winners never quit, quitters never win. And you're not quitting. And so when she went, that race didn't happen. She missed it, but she went into an older race with older high school kids, and she was so scared. Well, she just kept saying, winners never quit, quitters never win. And she won. She won the race. She had never won a race the whole season. And her coach said, Lisa, what did you say? And this goes back to what Lizzie said about the power of our words. You know, in NLP, they talk about how doesn't register in your brain. So if you say, like she was saying, I don't want to lose, well, what her brain was hearing is lose, right? And so shifted it to winners never quit and quitters never win. Wait, did I say that? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Then she won. And so it is a technique, because if I ask you to think of a green and yellow alligator, do not think of a green and yellow alligator. What's in your mind, right? So we have to eliminate. And then Lizzie said something very powerful as well about I am. Everything after I am is like we're calling it in. So make sure that it's positive and it's uplifting.
Monica, thank you for this sharing. Everybody, what did you get out of Monica? It's words, language, whatever you consciously think about, right, Monica? That's in your mind. Literally, you are attracting it to it. And especially the more clearer you are, the faster it's going to come to you. So that's why we say you have to be strong-minded. You have to understand it's not even what comes out of your mouth. It's what you physically think about. So even if you, right, even if you say, right, I want to win, right, Monica? You say I want to win, but in your mind you think it's I ain't gonna win against these people. Then you're already disconnected.
There has to be that alignment, right?
Yes.
What you think and what you say and what happens in your life, it becomes what your destiny.
So everybody, I'm going to piggyback what Monica said and how our system works. Why do we constantly just say do the 333 peak pre-qualify? Because the word peak, if you just focus on certain words and you just do certain behaviors every day, those behaviors and those actions should keep you so busy where you don't even have time for the negativity or anything that could withhold you back from doing those behaviors. Does that make sense? And then if you're busy enough constantly saying, yes, I want to try those patches. Yes, I want to join you. Yes, I want to evolve. Yes, I want to health. Yes, I want wealth. Yes, I'm going to come in with a gold. Yes, I want to come in with a diamond. Yes, I want to get activated. Yes, I want, you get it? This is not a no community. Yes, the training is free. Yes, the website is free. Yes, you know, everything here is just constantly simple analogies moving forward. Okay. And if you've never been in an organization like this before, because I don't think there is an organization like this before. If you constantly hear, I hate to say this, okay, Monica, and this is true in the industry. If you constantly in a team where they're like hyping things up, like elevating and saying things that are not true, like everyone can make 25,000 a month. Everyone here will be retired. That is wrong, because then if you see someone that is not retiring and they've been there for 5 years, that means there's a disconnection. That means it's not really true. I'd rather tell everyone, Monica, yes, you can make $50 a day here. Why? Because I can prove to you that, and I can hold your hands to do that. And the moment you do that, it is ingrained in your mind that, yes, I can do this. Does that make sense? If you're telling people crazy numbers, crazy ranks, and that person's never been in a gym before, that is the worst duplication that you can do for yourself and for your organizations. Is everybody understanding that? And that's why we will never, ever hype it up. We will never say anything that cannot be accomplished or never has done before in this culture, okay? So, Monica, thank you for sharing today. That, I think a lot of people resonate with that. And I'm gonna go on to Thomas and Beth Ann and then Cindy last, okay? So Thomas, what questions do you have today for us?
Here.
All right, here we go.
Thank you. Had to unmute. So can you put into words very real simple rules that you abide by for yourself when like setting boundaries? Like I never talk to this kind of people, or I always would talk to this sort of action, or do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
How can we trying to set boundaries, figure out who to work with and who not to work with, kind of both sides. Do you have your own little set of rules in your mind for guidance?
I do, and I want to say this because Thomas and Beth Ann, you've already, I'm assume you've already done enough business in your life. You've met enough good people, bad people, and worse people in your life. So I want to assume for everyone, sometimes you just have to listen to your gut.
Yes.
Number one, okay? Listen to your gut. If they don't feel right, if it doesn't feel right in the beginning, their energy, then number one, that's what I go with. Number two, as you're learning as you're learning skill sets and as you talk to more people, pick up what people say. Pick up what people ask. Pick up what people do. Watch their actions. Now, if you're recruiting cold market, Thomas and Beth Ann, that's the hardest thing, right? Because they're strangers. You just don't know who they are, correct? That's strangers. That's why, to me, cold market is a very hard recruit, okay? Because it's like a cold date, like a cold date, like a, what is it called? A
Blind date.
Blind date. Yeah, it's like a blind date, okay? And when you're going on a blind date, you have no clue what to expect. So you got to learn how to dance and ask the right questions and get to know them, okay? That will probably be a next call, Beth Ann. I'm going to probably talk about that. What is your pre-qualifier? Because this is going to be a deep topic, okay? It's called a pre-qualifier. So everyone, maybe next week, I'm going to teach how to pre-qualify, what questions, what deeper questions, what actions you need to look at. Now, in the beginning, to me, when I get introduced, Beth Ann, to someone, okay, I always like to look at, I don't know how to train this right now, but I ask some really like weird, deep questions and I see how they respond. For example, right, Lizzie, like, what do you know about supplements? So for example, if they tell me that Costco supplements are the best and Costco supplements help me with my eyes or something or la da 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 da, but the guy's still blind, that means I know he's lying. Does that make sense, everyone? So I can pick up certain things by just asking certain questions, and maybe this call might not be the best training, but I'll give better analogies, okay? Another example, and I'll use this one more example. I had this person trying to recruit me, okay? Trying to recruit me into another company. Their highest package is $3,000, $3,000. Wow. And then he said, Peter, but you, when you buy that package, you get your whole year of auto ship paid for in that package. I'm like, no, duh, because you spent $3,000. Of course, they're going to give you the whole year of auto ship included. If you take our package here, you come in with the gold and you buy a whole year's of supply of auto ship, you're spending less than $1,500 for the whole year. Does that make sense, everyone? So that means, Beth Ann, when he told me that, right away I go, this guy told me he's an expert in the industry. He knows everything about comp plans. He knows everything about products, but he didn't understand the behavior of the packages. That means I know he was kind of bullshitting me a little bit too. Of what he knew. So does that make sense, Thomas? So those are like little things that I pick up when I recruit, because I know, because I talk to so many people. Does that make sense, everyone? You will get better at smelling bullshit when people bullshit you, because you don't want to get bullshitted in this industry. And that's why we're such a strong culture and a team, because we protect each other, right? We call out each other's bullshit. And then if somebody's doing this to you, I will give you the right rebuttals to talk to that person and find out. Does that make sense, everyone? That's why you have a good upline and an upline and an upline. And I can promise you, between myself, Marcy, and all our 50 SPDs and PDs and EDs, there is like hundreds and hundreds of years of experience in this team right now, okay? We are that strong. So
and this company is so good that nothing needs to be embellished either.
Exactly. There is nothing that you can manipulate here. The only thing you can do is hype things up, which we don't want to, okay? So Cindy, what is your question?
Peter, it's not a question, it's a statement of saying, I love you. I had a business lunch 2 days before you told us our new team name. I met with someone, he told me my brand was love and that I'm a flower and not to give it away. And then our name is evolved. That is like magical. And I have problems with boundaries. And while this call was going on, a real estate client wanted me to just give them information without talking to me on the phone, without having a personal meeting. And I wrote back politely and nicely, no. And I would have done that in the past. I would have given it to them, my years of experience, and I didn't do it. So I thank you for hitting right on the spot. Every meeting when I come to see you, Peter, you resonate with a challenge I have, and I love, love, love you.
Oh man, I felt, you guys feel that love from Cindy? Man, I don't need a girlfriend. I got 100 girlfriends over here. Everybody's so no, but everyone, so these trainings, okay, we don't, when we train on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we get 200 to 300 people, our partners, on a training call, we train the hardcore systems always, which is the 333, the PPP, the compensation plan, okay? And we do recognition. That is always the hardcore. These calls right here, these are called private gym times, okay? We talk about things here that we don't talk about on the other calls, because this is a interaction call. I want you to know that there, remember, this is a self-development journey. We gotta self-develop each other here, okay? I need to protect, and we need to develop this culture, because now we're evolving to the next phase of this organization. The convention, who here is planning on going to the October convention? Oh my gosh, who here was there last year? Okay, if you were there last year, you know what's up. If you're coming this year will be the biggest, I am telling you, the biggest convention Lifewave has ever seen. Our team Evolve will have the most amount of brand new leadership coming up. Everybody, you will see us all on stage. And if you're brand new here with us, if you want to see the future of your company, if we all want to see the future of $1 billion health technology company in the works, this is the time to invest and go and see. I don't care what other technologies out there. Let me repeat that again. There are tons of technology out there, okay? There are tons of supplements. There are tons of diet products. There are tons of hair products, energy. Heck, there are even tons of patches out there, okay? But there is no patch that does photo biomodulation. There is no patch that can use your body's light to heal yourself. Your body is healing yourself. If you understand what I just said, this message is going to go out into the ether. But when they see Team Evolve, when this team will grow into the 100,000 members, and we're halfway there now, okay? In the next 2 years, I believe this company will be $1 billion brand. Team Evolve will own 20% of this company's revenue. Let me repeat that again. This team will own 20% of the company's revenue, okay? I know so because we are already tracking that. This training, the Now site, who here is enjoying the startx39now.com? Just know that website took 3 years to develop. Every content, every interview, every video was professionally edited. Every tab, everybody, before I even talk to someone, before I even if they come and train, I make sure I have them go through that website for at least an hour. So if you have brand new people joining, Steve, Penny, take your time, navigate yourself through that website, absorb the information, okay? The more you look at that website, the more confident you will be. And I cannot instill the confidence in you. You're gonna have your own aha moment. We just provide the tools for you. Does that make sense? Now, we have our team logo. Team Evolve will be everywhere. At convention, by the time in the next month, we're gonna have t-shirts. Everybody, you're gonna get a t-shirt, you're gonna buy one, we're gonna sell it cheap. Everybody's gonna get a t-shirt to go to convention. I want half of that convention to be Evolved. I want everyone there. I don't even care if you're sideline, my Francis right here, she's gonna get a t-shirt from me, okay? Everyone, sideline, upline, downline, I don't care. The whole place is gonna wear that t-shirt. The last thing I want everyone to see is the biz site. The biz site will be 100% overhauled. It is gonna be the most simplest site where you're going to get information. It is gonna be the best onboarding site. So imagine, Monica, when you're bringing on 10 new partners, you don't even have to train them. The site is physically gonna train them. They're gonna watch videos. They're gonna know exactly where to go by themselves without even you doing it for them, okay? We're using every technology. We're learning every language. And you notice how Marcy and I, we invest a lot of money. We invest more money into this organization than I have ever been invested in myself by any of my uplines in the last 20 years, okay? And that's because the more money we all make, the bigger our own economy is building. And that is my only job, okay? This is the only thing we do. And again, we're here for you. Thank you, Holly. I feel the love. We're here for you. You know, Marcy and I just want to say how grateful we are, you know, and we're not done yet, okay? Our job is not done. We're here for the long term. So I just want to say again, thank you to all our brand new partners here for the first time. I hope you got value in this 1 hour, okay? We're never going to waste your time. You're always going to learn something. You're always going to build muscle. So this call today is done. Tonight, get ready for Beanie and Amy for the Wednesday call. And I'm letting everybody know. Does everybody know Dr. Harmon? Who's seen Dr. Harmon? Get ready. He's coming back to our testimonial patching podcast. He will be on every Wednesday or a couple weeks on Wednesdays with us now, okay? So you're going to hear more testimonials with doctors. You're going to hear more testimonials with athletes, and you're definitely going to hear a lot more testimonials with business owners, like beauty salon owners, which I'm going to tap into, okay? So everything that we're going to do is going to evolve. So get ready to evolve yourself. Enjoy your Wednesday. I'll see you tonight, and I'll see you again next week. Love you all, and thank you, Pat. I love you. I didn't mean it. Okay, bye.
Love you, Peter. Bye.
Love everybody. Bye.
Thank you,
everyone.
Peter. Appreciate your training, honey. That was great.
Thank you so much.
Peter. Thanks, Peter
Thank
and
you,
Lizzie
Peter.
and all
Thanks,
the.
Those were
Thanks,
super.
Peter.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peter.
Appreciate you.
Excellent.
Believe that I just
Fast.
did.
You're